Hey everybody, my name is Max Taylor. I'm an account manager over here at NuORDER. Today I'll be leading you through the Wednesday webinar. Now what we'll be focusing on is the buyer experience. But in particular, a part of that process I feel is often underutilized. When you first add a new buyer, it's important to engage them and actually get that momentum going because that's essentially your first impression, not only for a buyer if they've never used NuORDER, but for your brand as well. Now, as I'm sure you're already aware, as soon as you add a new buyer, specifically their email to log in, it's going to trigger an invitation email that goes out. Now, when the buyer sees that in their inbox, provides them the opportunity to create their own password, log in, and start shopping your collections. Now, with that, I think it's crucial to make it as seamless and eliminate as many barriers as possible when they log in. Now, today I'm going to review just some general best practices, but also ways that you can get creative and actually create, for instance, templates that you can use to make it extremely visual and easy for your buyers to understand how to log in and use the tools within NuORDER to their advantage. Now, what I'm looking at right now is what we call our branded URL page. In particular, this is for one of my brands, Bridge and Burn. Now, a lot of sales reps, just because they're always logged in when they go to NuORDER's website, don't realize that this is great branding and it's easy to insert this URL in various different places that you can use organically, right? And by organically, I mean it's an easy way to start building awareness and guide traffic, specifically buyer traffic, into your portal. So you can take this URL, insert it, for instance, if you have actually on your e-commerce site, take, for instance, say wholesale inquiries or something along those lines. If you click into that link, have it redirect right to this page. In addition, there's a lot of other ways that you can use this branded URL, perhaps as a hyperlink in your email signature. So that way, you're using NuORDER not passively, but you're actively giving various different outlets for buyers to stumble upon it. Now, let's say you've set up a buyer, right? You plugged in their information, the email that they'll be using, and that'll effectively become their login. Now, they receive in their inbox, say you've sent it out Monday morning. They'll receive the instructions telling them they can sign up now, start shopping NuORDER today, and they've been connected to your brand specifically. Now, it's intuitive like a typical e-commerce site, right? They can log in. If they ever forget their password, they can simply click forgot your password right here. And this will actually trigger an additional email enabling them to change their password if they ever forget it or just never activated it in the first place. Now, like I said, it's important because this is your first impression. So I definitely recommend, whether you use a graphic design team or have somebody that is savvy with Photoshop internal to the brand, create some type of generic email template that'll really explain to them, not only welcome to NuORDER, and this is how you log in, but also explain to them explicitly what the benefits are, right? Why do they want to shop NuORDER versus placing an email or simply calling in to place an order? Now, with that, I think your best bet is to mandate placing wholesale orders through here in the first place. And there's various different ways to get there gradually over time, or, for instance, set a hard deadline as to when people have to start placing orders all through this portal. Now, what I wanted to show you guys today is a generic example of a PDF that we've made, not only explaining what the benefits of NuORDER are, but just general how to place an order and how just to understand and navigate NuORDER once you're logged into it. So, for instance, and by the way, I will make this available. This will be something that any brand can see within our help desk. We'll make sure that this is accessible for you guys following today's webinar. So, for instance, here, this is pretty quick as an 11-page PDF, so you could provide it as something they could download. But like I said, hopefully this can get the creative juices flowing, just give you a sense of ways that you can do quick screenshots, for instance, of how to log in, and other ways that you can actually utilize it as a buyer. So for instance, what is NuORDER? NuORDER is our central ordering hub with catalogs, real-time inventory data, 24/7 availability. Right? So right there you're laying out, why is this beneficial to me? It's going to make their lives easier because they can use this self-sufficiently. It's a two-way street, right? So not only can you place orders as a sales rep or an admin user, but any one of your buyers can log in 24 hours a day. So it's essentially a showroom that's always on display for them, right? Merchandise your favorite styles. Download your orders as Excels and PDFs. Reorder quickly and confidently, and confirm draft orders. So if you scroll through here, you'll see we've created a lot of different, just kind of generic layouts of ways they'll be receiving orders and able to submit them. And then something as simple as just logging in. Big shout out to Inez. She's the account manager that actually made this layout. She's based out of our London office. So thank you for providing this today for our webinar. Now you'll notice it emphasizes click on forgot password if needed, and various other functions, right? Editing drafts. And now this is distinguishing between web and iPad, just so people are familiar. How to submit. How to actually download an Excel or a PDF file. So like I noted, I will make sure that this is available for brands to use, and even plug it in for your own emails every time you start adding additional buyers to your portal. But like I said, since it's coming from you, historically they're used to interacting with you maybe through your direct email. Have some type of structure where you add them to NuORDER, then 48 hours later you'll be able to track if they've logged in yet, and whether or not they have or haven't, send them an additional spiel that comes directly from your brand email itself, right? So there's a lot of different ways that you're engaging them, and you really want them to hit the ground running, right? Because like I said, that first impression, if they're not going to use it from day one, or they don't understand what the value is, why is it going to suddenly pop up that way within 6 months from that time period? And of course, reach out to your account manager if you have questions or just want to kind of spitball different user cases and experiences we've had. We all work with a wide array of brands across different verticals, and want to work with whether you have a lot of tech savvy buyers or people that are really new to this type of dynamic in general. We can definitely share best practices to make sure that we eliminate those barriers for you and ensure that you're getting as much value as possible from using NuORDER on a daily basis. So that's it for me. I hope this can give you guys a better sense of how you can take full advantage and also get creative on your own creative design ends to create these templates and then use them whenever you are adding buyers into NuORDER. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to heroes@nuorder.com or call into our Heroes line. We'll be happy to work with you, as well as your designated account manager. Thanks for your time, guys. Take care.